Yo guys, it's CFB. Welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are here with an absolutely humongous, huge match preview for Premier League game week 7 in the Premier League between Chelsea versus Liverpool. Oh my god. This is going to be a tasty one. So before we do get into the video, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I load a video. Also, first link in the description is my second channel. Go and check it out. Be very much appreciated. Without further ado, let's jump straight into this match preview because look, I'm very excited for this game tomorrow. Very excited. As a Chelsea fan, always repping the blue, right? Blue run down my veins all the time. As a Chelsea fan, why am I so excited for tomorrow's game? It's Liverpool. It's the champions of England. The team that won the Premier League last season. Deserved winners of the Premier League last season. Why am I so excited to play Liverpool? It should be a demo, a demolition, you know what I'm saying, for Liverpool. I don't think it's going to go that way tomorrow. That's why I'm excited. That's my reason to why I'm so excited, because I don't think it's going to go that way. An off-form Chelsea, let's be real, this is an off-form Chelsea versus an off-form Liverpool. That is what it is tomorrow. That is the game that we're going into tomorrow. Both teams aren't on the best type of form that they're on. You know, you look at our fixtures at the moment. It all started with Brentford. We drew at Brentford. The performance was awful. Then we lost to United. Then we lost to Bayern Munich. And then we beat Luton, obviously, and then, you know, we've also recently just beat Benfica, but the performances haven't been that great. That's our problem. The performances have been really, really worrying. You got the things behind the scenes within the club and Maresca going on and whatnot. We haven't heard anything about that for a little bit now, but still, there's all that still that might be going on and stuff. It looks a little bit like turmoil in a sense, but then you've got Liverpool on the other side. Like I said, you expect it to be rosies for Liverpool, you know, champions of England. They did well in Europe as well, you know, they should be fine, you know, after the window that they had in the summer as well. Unbelievable window, Wirtz, Isak, Ekitike, Frimpong, stuff like that. Brilliant window. But are some of them gelling in? Their performances haven't been good for a little bit this season, actually. But now the results aren't going in their favour too. They lost to Crystal Palace, who were a team that looked really, really good as well. They've obviously just recently lost in the Champions League thanks to Victor Osimhen. Big up my brother. They lost to Galatasaray 1-0. Victor Osimhen goal. They're not in the best form right now as well, going into this game. So I have a feeling both teams tomorrow are going to want this, because Chelsea versus Liverpool, or Liverpool versus Chelsea, however which way you want to word it, whoever's at home, whoever's away, it doesn't matter. It's one of the most underrated rivalries, in my opinion, in the Premier League. This is a rivalry that's obviously stemmed back for a very, very long time, a couple of decades old. Chelsea-Liverpool, we've always gone at it in some of the big moments, the big games. I mean, you look at over the last couple of years, there's at least been two finals, two Carabao Cup finals and an FA Cup final, where we've gone toe-to-toe with Liverpool in the final. And even in some of those games, it's gone down to extra time. It's gone down to the wire. It's a scrappy game. Even just in Premier League in general, it's very scrappy. Even between the fans, there's not a big liking on social media between the fan bases. There's just not. It's a big rivalry in that sense. Both teams, obviously, top teams. They are. Whether you want to say that we're a top team at the moment or not, it doesn't matter. But in terms of club, two of the biggest clubs in the world, top 10 clubs in the world, going head to head. It's a huge, huge game, and then both clubs are going to be wanting to challenge or go for the title this season, obviously. I do think Liverpool are probably going to go on to win the title. I do think they're going to go on and do one in the league again. Us, it's very hit or miss what we're going to do, obviously, but Liverpool are a more established club. Well, team. I mean, their squad, you know what I'm trying to say? They've already got established names that know what to do in these situations, so that's why I push them ahead of us right now, even with the form they're on, compared to us, because you don't know what you're going to get with us. But both teams, still early on in the season, 7 games in, well, we're about to get into the 7th game of the Premier League season. It's still all up in the air. You know what I mean? For all we know, Leeds United could go and win the Premier League. You know what I'm saying? So both teams are going to be wanting this. Both teams are going to want to get back onto form, because whoever wins tomorrow are going to be back on form. For us, it's beating Liverpool, champions of England, not the England, champions of England, beating the Premier League champions of last season. Not just that, a win tomorrow would take us from 8 points to 11 points, which would put us back in and around that 4th position, because right now we're sitting 8th, annoyingly, but we are sitting at 8th right now. 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. 11 points would put us in and amongst it, especially because then we would only be 4 points off Liverpool, who are top of the table, and not far off Arsenal either, about 5, which, considering our start and the performance and the results, wouldn't be that bad. Liverpool, on the other hand, if they win tomorrow, obviously they get their season back on track. I'm guessing their performances would be elevated, their mentality would be elevated. They'd be on 18 points in the Premier League table in first. The 2 or, depending on the Arsenal result, 2 or 5 points ahead of second place Arsenal. You know, it could look better for Liverpool. So both teams are definitely going to want it. Whoever wins tomorrow, like I said, big mentality shift. The confidence that team's going to get from winning the game tomorrow is going to be big, because especially how big the two teams are, obviously. But I think that we are perfectly capable of beating this Liverpool side, because we always do usually turn up against Liverpool, by the way. I just want to quickly put this out there. We usually do turn up against Liverpool. I mean, you look last season, we obviously beat them, but it was an on-the-beach Liverpool. Okay, all right, fair enough, I'll give you that. But the game we played against them early on in the season, in the league, where they beat us, Arne Slot, right, was saying throughout the whole season that Chelsea was their hardest game, was their hardest opponent. And he thinks that we would have done, well in the season. We did end up doing quite well in the Premier League season. But the way we play, like the way Liverpool play, is perfect for the way we play, because we tend to do well against teams that like to come at us, that use that high line. I can't express tomorrow, in my opinion, how much the wingers are going to be... they're going to be so important tomorrow, in my opinion, because that high line of Liverpool's is high. It's high, especially with how they've looked defensively as well this season. I mean, you could say the same thing for us, but how they've looked this season defensively, they've looked very worrying. I think that pace in behind, that long ball, if Enzo Fernandez could pick out a long ball pass to one of our wingers, we could be in on goal. We just got to use that opportunity, take the opportunity. We can't waste an opportunity tomorrow. I know, like I said, they're not great defensively. We might get in behind a couple times, but I still don't want us wasting opportunities, because as bad as Liverpool are at the back, they're really, really good going forward. You know what I mean? They've got firepower, and we're bad at the back as well. I mean, you look for tomorrow's game, we've got quite a lot of players out injured and suspended, quite a lot of them being defenders. I mean, Wesley Fofana's out, Tosin's out, Chalobah's out suspended, Wesley Fofana's out with a concussion. We've practically got none of our main centre-backs there. The only centre-backs that are there are, Achampong, who's a right-back, who can do right centre-back. You've got Badiashile, who's only just come back from injury. And then you've got Hato, who we signed as a left-back, left centre-back type of player. But, he's still very, very new to everything. So I need us to take our opportunities going forward tomorrow, because I think tomorrow is going to be a very, very high-scoring game. I really, really do. I think both sides are going to score quite a lot of goals. Obviously, I'm going to give my prediction towards the back end of the video. But I think tomorrow, for Chelsea, like I said, the way we beat them, because it's going to be a very, very open game. It's going to be a very high-intensity game, obviously. I think the way we beat them is picking out those long passes out onto the flanks, hoping for our wingers to bomb down there and create chances, or take their chances for themselves. But one of the main things I think we win tomorrow, one of the main ways I think we win tomorrow, is we need a formation change tomorrow, mainly for our defence. And I'm going to show you right here, right now, after I give you I've already gone through the injury news, really. Cole Palmer's out as well, obviously. Andre Santos is out until the international break. Asugo's out as well. Lavia's back, which is really good. Lavia's back. So that's the injury news. But I'm going to show you right here, right now, the formation change I would go with and why it helps us defensively tomorrow. So the 11 I would go for tomorrow, and the formation change I would go for tomorrow. It's going to be right here on the screen. Here it is, 3-4-3 in all of its glory. When we get to defence, I'm going to tell you the reason why I've chose this. So, Robert Sanchez in goal. I'm going to go with Robert Sanchez in goal because it's going to be Robert Sanchez. Also, that Lincoln game from Jorgensen's really scarred me. Let's just say that for a fact. So, Sanchez is going to be in goal, obviously. We all know that's going to happen anyway. Right, why have I chose 3-4-3? Let me tell you this. This is the reason why I think the 3-4-3 works better. Because I think if you choose a 4 at the back of a Badiashile or Achampong, or a 4 at the back of Hato and Badiashile. Wait, let's go through individually. Badiashile, Achampong, Very, very inexperienced together. Never been done before. I just think it's going to get ripped apart. I think it would. Hato, Badiashile, both left-footed centre-backs playing in a two. Again, will get ripped to shreds, in my opinion, or mistake will happen at some point from someone. And then Hato, Achampong, incredibly inexperienced. You know what I'm trying to say? Incredibly. No point going for that. I've chosen 3 of them because I think Hato operating as that left centre-back in a normal 3, I think he'll feel more comfortable there. Obviously, he's operating on the left centre-back on his left foot. I think he'll be fine. Badiashile in the centre because I think if you're a central defender in a 3, I think it doesn't matter what foot you use because you can turn on the left and pass on over on your left like a left-footed player would do. But you could also do it without as much pressure in the middle and pass out on the right where you would usually pass for your weak foot or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you get where I'm trying to go from here, you understand. I think as a central centre-back as well, I think it would work. He's also very tall, so I think it would work as well. Achampong right centre-back. I'm going with Achampong right centre-back because I trust Achampong. I do. I really do. But I don't want Reece James playing right centre-back tomorrow. I want Reece James on the wing back, and I'll tell you the reason why when I get to Reece James. So I'm going to go and trust Achampong at right centre-back. Now, let's go with the 4 in the midfield. Let's start with Reece James, right wing back Reece James. I would have him bombing up and down the wing back flank on the right-hand side because guess what? That's what Reece James does best. It's what Reece James does best. If it accommodates the 3 at the back of those 3, and it means you get the attacking awareness of Reece James, he can obviously come back and help defensively as well, but you get that brilliance of Reece James creating chances for you, attacking-wise. Bring it to me. We need that tomorrow. Reece James over on the right-hand side for me, no doubt. Cucurella left wing-back. I've never really been a big fan of Cucurella as a left wing-back, but it's the only thing we could really go for. I would have him still operating in that inverted midfield-type position. I wouldn't have him pushing up as much. I just have him operating about where he is right now, but like getting still scrappy in the midfield, if you know what I'm saying. So, Cucurella I'd have there. Enzo Caicedo in the double pivot. It's the only thing we could possibly go for right now. I know Lavia is available tomorrow, and I hope we do see a bit of Lavia tomorrow because Lavia's fantastic. But I wouldn't throw him straight in. You're just asking for another injury if you throw him straight in there. Maybe at 70 minutes or something, I want to see him. So Caicedo, no doubt about it. I'm really worried about Enzo and Caicedo because apparently more on the fact for Caicedo because we know how vital Caicedo is to everything we do. Apparently, he's not 100% fit, and the same with Enzo. That worries me. But I don't fancy throwing Lavia straight in because I feel like there's more likely of a fact that Lavia gets an injury straight away than what these two do. Caicedo has to be in. Enzo has to be in, I hope. And the reason why I've been wearing this shirt for the match preview is because I remember the very first game of the 22-23 season, Enzo Fernandez played at the Bridge against Liverpool and he dominated them in this shirt. I remember that midfield performance. It's one of my favourite midfield performances. I need him to do that tomorrow. I need him to recreate that in tomorrow's game. I need it so badly. It was a perfect performance. That was without Caicedo beside him. A Caicedo, that's an absolute animal, you know what I mean? But in general, Enzo does usually quite turn up against Liverpool sometimes. So, well, not sometimes. He has, in my opinion. Obviously scored at the Bridge last time we played him. So I'd have Enzo there. The front 3, Neto, João Pedro, Estavo. Neto's been really good over the last couple of weeks. I think he was our best player against Benfica. I hope he can continue that. Like I said, his pacing behind is going to be so vital tomorrow. So I hope he's going to have his bike ready. Estavo out on the right, again, his pace is going to be vital tomorrow. He's not the paciest, but he's got the skill set. He's quick-footed, but his dribbling skills are unbelievable. I think he could take on any fullback in the league. I fully believe that. That's going to be vital for chance creation and whatnot tomorrow. And then João Pedro up front. I need something from João Pedro tomorrow. I need a performance from him tomorrow. I'm hoping because it's an open game, it would suit him a little bit more. He can get in behind a little bit more. Things will be a bit more better for him. But I need a performance because the last couple have been a bit poor from him. Anyway, that's the 11 I'm going to go for tomorrow. Let me know in the comments down below what you would go with. Now, with all that being said, let's get onto a score prediction. I'm going to have to take off the blue tinted glasses. I'm going to have to take off the blue tinted glasses. I absolutely want I need a Chelsea win tomorrow. This could be a make or break, in my opinion. This could, because if we win tomorrow, oh my God, the season is fully on. But if we lose tomorrow, even though it's Liverpool, it's another loss. It's another loss in the Premier League. It's another result not going in our favour in the Premier League. It will start looking dull again. But with all that being said, I think it's going to be Chelsea 2, Liverpool 3. I've got to be honest. I do think Liverpool are probably going to win 3-2. They just got that bit more about them. They've obviously got more experience. I think they've still got a better backline than us. We've not got that experienced backline at all. Defensively, we've had our shocks this season. I just hope we can pull through and Chelsea proves me wrong, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I think Liverpool will come out on top because they've just got a bit more about them, haven't they? So, Chelsea, prove me wrong tomorrow. Either way, I'm looking forward to this game. So, Chelsea, come on, please. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified for my match reaction tomorrow, an hour after the game, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Up the Chelsea. Get me a win, please. Peace.